home heating emergencies, refugee situations, riots, and emergency planning for nuclear and toxic incidents. It works together with the 6th Army in the West, and a series of executive orders was used to create FEMA. Now, it doesn't matter whether an executive order is constitutional or not. It becomes a law simply by being published in the Federal Registry, and these orders go around Congress. In fact, in April of 1984, President Ronald Reagan signed Presidential Directive number 54 that allowed FEMA to activate a secret national readiness exercise. And this exercise was given the code name Rex 84. The purpose of the exercise was to test FEMA's ability to assume military authority. Rex 84 was so highly guarded that special metal doors were instilled on the 5th floor of the FEMA building in Washington, D.C. And the only people that were allowed to enter the premises were ones who had a red cross on their T-shirt. The exercise required the following: suspension of the Constitution of the United States, turning control of the government over to FEMA, appointment of military commanders to run state and local governments, and declaration of martial law. So how much money goes into an organization like this, you may ask? Well, it's been discovered that FEMA has a quasi-billion-dollar budget. However, about 6% of that budget goes into the relief effort. So why is it that they need so much money? Ever wonder where the president goes when it's said that he's in a secure location? Well, most of the time, that location is a secret government complex built into a mountain, and it's called Mount Weather. Research it yourself, and you will be amazed to find that just 46 miles from Washington, D.C., is a mysterious and secretive underground military base located deep inside a mountain near the rural town of Bluemont, Virginia. Here lies Mount Weather, also known as the Western Virginia Office of Controlled Conflict Operations. In fact, in March 1976, the Progressive magazine published an astonishing article entitled "The Mysterious Mountain." The author, Richard Pollock, based his investigative report on Senate subcommittee hearings and upon several off-the-record interviews with officials formerly associated with Mount Weather. In his report, in a 1991 article in Time magazine entitled "Doomsday Hideaway," supply a few compelling hints about what is going on underground. Now, Ted Gupp, writing for Time, describes the base as follows. Mount Weather is a virtually self-contained facility. Above ground, scattered across manicured lawns, are about a dozen buildings bristling with antennas and a microwave relay system. An on-site sewage treatment plant with a 90,000-gallon-a-day capacity and 2 tanks holding 250,000 gallons of water could last some 200 people more than a month. Underground ponds hold additional water supplies. And not far from the installation's entry gate are a control tower and a helicopter pad. And the mountain's real secrets are not visible at ground level. The mountain's real secrets are protected by warning signs, 10-foot-high chain-link fences, wire, and armed guards. The curious motorers and hikers on the Appalachian Trail are relieved of their sketching paths and then sent on their way because security is so tight. The government has owned the site since 1903, and the site has been serviced as an artillery range, a hobo farm during the Depression, and a National Weather Bureau facility. And in 1936, the U.S. Bureau of Mines took control and started digging. Now, Mount Weather is virtually an underground city, according to former personnel interviewed by Pollock, buried deep inside the earth. Mount Weather was equipped with such amenities as private apartments and dormitories, streets and sidewalks, cafeterias and hospitals, a water purification system, a power plant and general office buildings, a small lake fed by fresh water from underground springs, its own mass transit system, and a TV system. And Mount Weather is a self-sustaining underground command center for the Federal Emergency Management Agency, or in other words, FEMA. And the facility is the operational center of approximately 100 other federal relocation centers, most of which are concentrated in Pennsylvania, West Virginia, Virginia, Maryland, and North Carolina. And together, this network of underground facilities constitutes the backbone of America's continuity of government program. In the event of nuclear war, declaration of martial law, or other national emergency, the President, his cabinet, and the rest of the executive branch will be relocated to Mount Weather. Now, folks, I know it's a lot of information I just went over, and it might have went over some of your heads, so I'm going to end here for today. But please join us next week for part 2 of our message on Nazi Germany and how it relates to today and when something similar happened. And please encourage others to join the cause and listen in, and encourage others to watch the videos on YouTube by visiting www.youtube.com/The Last Days Ministries in order to be enlightened. Also, please spread the word, because here at the Last Days Ministries, we are going to preach raw truth to all those who have an ear to hear what the Spirit of the Lord is saying. And now, for our announcements.
If you were blessed and impacted by the message, then please consider donating to the ministry and sowing a seed to help further the work of the ministry. We are partnering with the Voice of the Martyrs, which helps the persecuted church, which suffers for Jesus in most of the other parts of the world outside of the United States. We need to be praying and helping our persecuted brothers and sisters who are literally being tortured and killed for their faith in Jesus Christ every day and need precious things like Bibles, clothes, blankets, medical attention, shelter, etc. So please donate, and a portion of all proceeds will go directly to the Voice of the Martyrs, the persecuted church. You can donate by going online to www.thelastdays.com. That's days, D-A-Y-Z, and clicking the donate button at the bottom of the page. All donations are accepted through PayPal, a secure and safe way to send money over the Internet. Or if you prefer, you can make a check or money order out to the Last Days Ministries and send it to the Last Days Ministries, P.O. Box 6632, Marietta, Georgia 30065. And once again, that's days with a Z on the end. Please join us next Thursday, June 2nd, for another live message at 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time and 5 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. You can join us live by dialing 712-451-6000, access code 367806#. Until next time, peace and God bless.